hope you guys are doing great today because I am doing awesome. So what we are gonna do today is gonna be a little bit different from what we usually do. So last time for last camp, we were able to work with a little bit of cooking stuff, but we weren't able to eat it because we were making it so that it was just decoration. But this time we're gonna make something delicious and something we can all eat and enjoy. And I'm sure your family will also be thankful for it because they are delicious. I'm pretty sure some of you guys have seen them, or maybe some of you guys haven't yet. But if you haven't seen them yet, we are gonna make cake pops, and those are usually on Starbucks as well. So some of you guys might have already ordered some. They are delicious if you haven't had them yet. This is gonna be your opportunity to make them with me, and we're gonna try them out too. So each cake mix is different. So you guys have to look at the cake mix that you guys have chosen, and then you guys have to follow the directions here. It should tell you what ingredients, how much of each ingredient, and it should also tell you anything you need to know about baking and etc. All right. So after we have gathered all of our materials, all of our cooking things, we are gonna look at our measurements next. So first things first, we are gonna work with the wet stuff. And the wet stuff is going to be our oil, our water, and our eggs. And then we're gonna add that dry stuff, which is gonna be our actual cake. So let's get started. So it says 1 cup of water. So I have my measuring cup right here. It says 1 cup. Make sure that you guys ask your parents or your supervisors to get you those cups so that you guys can have a better measurement. And then we're gonna fill it up with water right to the top. Perfectly fine right there. Perfect. Right to the top right there. And it's okay if you spill. There's always gonna be accidents. We can just clean those up right after, and that's completely fine as long as you guys are doing it in the kitchen, because the kitchen is for cooking after all. So do not feel bad if you guys mess up or if you guys drop some of it. You can always just get some more, you know? It's no big deal, girls. We're all learning how to cook right now. This is my first time making cake pops too. So I am really excited to see how they turn out. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this journey with me. So our next ingredient is going to be 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. So I have my vegetable oil right here, and then I have my 1/2 cup measurement. So as you guys can see, my 1/2 cup is way smaller than my first 1 cup, just because 1/2 cup is what it is, half of 1 cup. So let's get to pouring our vegetable oil. And here we go. You guys might need help from an adult to pour this oil because it is hard to work with. I am telling you guys, if you guys have ever touched oil, it is greasy and it is nasty to get on your clothes. So better safe than sorry. All right, so we have our oil here, and then we have our bowl here with water already. I've already poured water in it. We're gonna pour our oil. Perfect. And last but not least, for our wet ingredients is gonna be our 3 eggs. We still need our last one, our 3rd egg. So here we are, that 3rd egg. Perfect. Alrighty, so we have to wash our hands every time that we touch a new ingredient, just so that we make sure that we don't make a mess and we don't get it spread everywhere. So now that we have all our wet ingredients in, there should be 3 eggs, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 1 cup of water according to my box. Once again, your box could be different. You just follow those instructions for whatever box you're using. And then we're gonna mix that in. Mix, 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 mix. So I like to mix it in for approximately, like, I don't know, 5 seconds, just to make sure everything is mixed in. So count with me. 1 Mississippi.
6 hours later.
Awesome. So our stuff should be pretty well mixed in. You can see the oil there, the water, and the egg, everything mixed in. So let's move on to our dry ingredient. It's gonna be the actual cake. We're just gonna open it here, and we're gonna get our little baggie. You guys can use your scissors if you'd like to, just so that it doesn't get that messy, or you guys can simply open it. But it's clearly hard. So we're gonna open that just as much as we can so that everything does come out of there. I have my little hole in there, and then we're gonna pour that in. So I do like to pour it in little by little. So I'm gonna pour it a small portion of what's inside of the bag, and then I'm gonna mix that in. And like I said, you're just gonna mix it in until you stop being able to see that powdery stuff. So obviously when we say mix, it's whenever you stop seeing both of the things separately and whenever you start seeing them together combined. So once you stop seeing powder and you start seeing that yellow color for our white cake batter. All right, and we're gonna keep mixing it. Awesome. So that's looking already delicious. I love the cake of batter. I love the smell of batter. I love the smell of batter. I love the smell of cake. So this is awesome. I'm already super hungry. Who else loves cake? Pretty sure a lot of you guys love cake. I hope a lot of you guys like vanilla cake because that's the one that I'm making right now. And vanilla cake is fun to play with as well because you can always color it whatever color you're like. If we were to add green coloring, it just turned into green cake, and that's awesome. You can let your creativity run loose once again with this little project that we're doing. Alrighty, so here we go. That's the last of it, and then we're gonna keep mixing it, mix until it's fully mixed. So I wonder what you guys' favorite cake flavor is, because I know a lot of people like chocolate, but man, I am not the biggest fan of chocolate cake. I actually like tres leches cake, and I wonder if you guys know what type of cake that is. If you guys don't know or aren't familiar with that cake yet, it translates from Spanish to English as three milk cake, and you basically, that's what it is. It's just a cake, and then you put 3 types of milk, you pour it on there, and it's like eating cake with milk on it. If you haven't had it yet, that's the best description that I can give you. All right, so then we're gonna keep mixing, and while we mixed, I am gonna move on to spraying our pan so that it doesn't get sticky. All right, guys, so I'm gonna use my spray on butter so that we can get all of those little corners. Once again, you guys might need help with this just because it is really messy. It's a spray, so it gets everywhere. But we are gonna make sure that this gets all over that pan, all of the corners, all of the top, all of the bottom. And then after that, we are gonna go ahead and get our mixture. We're gonna use our spoon to guide us through taking that out. And if you need the help of an adult, go ahead and go get one. Make sure you pause this video so that you can go get that help. And then we're gonna start pouring it in little by little. Make sure that you guys start little by little. I hope you guys can see that. Oh man, that looks great. I love cake. So I'm just doing it like this so that we can get every single corner and it's all spread out. Make sure that everything gets on there. Awesome. So because it seems as if we do have a lot of batter, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna split the batter in half. We're gonna do half of it on this pan, and then we're gonna do the other half on a separate pan. Alrighty. So I'm gonna call in my producer once again to help me out to do the final scoops. Thank you, Mr. Luis. You can do it on this one while we set it up for that oven. After we put that in there, we're gonna ask somebody to set a timer for us, and then we'll make sure that we keep checking on that cake just so that we don't burn it, right? Because who wants burnt cake? That is crazy. Alrighty, thank you. Ooh, those look amazing. I'm so excited for that to happen. Awesome. So then let's ask our other assistant to set a timer for us so that we're ready for that. Hey Google, set a timer for 30 minutes.
All right, 30 minutes.
Awesome.
Starting
We're
now.
set. Awesome. So never forget, guys, to put all of your dirty dishes where they belong, just so that it doesn't get messy and so that you guys have a cleaner area to work with, because we're going to move on to our next step, which is probably my favorite step. So of course, you're going to need to wait for that cake to set and to bake. But because we thought ahead, we already made some cakes so that we can get started with that next process, and you guys can see that. So if you guys do have to wait for that cake, make sure that you guys pause the video, and then you guys can come back and check it out, and then say what to do next. All right. So we have our cake here, and for this step, we're gonna need, as I said, of course, our cake. This one is the chocolate one because it's the one that we decided to make prior to this one. And then we are going to need treat sticks. So these are basically the little sticks that are going to be holding up the cake pops. We're going to need some things to decorate. I chose little eyes because I love putting eyes on things. It's crazy. And then I chose little confetti sprinkler things because this is the type of glitter that you can put on that cake stuff. And as I had told you guys before, I love glitter. And then I have some of these colorful things so that we can use that as well. And we are definitely going to need some chocolate to melt. We did choose white chocolate for this just because if we want to change the color, we can. And white is always a pretty beautiful color. You can work a lot of colors into that. So of course we're going to choose our white chocolates, and then we're going to put them in a bowl right there. And then we're going to get a smaller bowl and then put some chocolates in that one as well. Not as many as in this one, of course. We're going to get our other bigger bowl, and then we're going to get 2 spoons for mixing. And we're also gonna get some frosting. So it's up to you, whatever flavor you guys would like, just because the cake pops are obviously gonna go with that flavor. So for the sake of this one, I think milk chocolate or rich and creamy. Let's see. I think rich and creamy. So we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna put this one away for later. And then finally, we're gonna need a flat plate to lay all of our little cake pops inside of. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with the first thing, and then we'll put everything aside until we need to use it. So let's put these things aside, and then we're gonna get our cake. We're gonna get our big bowl for mixing, and then our big spoon so that we mix very well. And awesome, so this is the part where it gets messy. So make sure that you guys are paying attention. Okay, so we're just gonna tackle it on. All right. This is awesome, guys. And I know cake must feel kind of weird to some of you guys, but that's completely fine. That's what the spoons are there for too. But we're gonna break this cake. We're just gonna destroy the cake all to little pieces, little crumbs, just so that we can get that perfect round shape for our cake pops. And then after this, we're gonna move on to the frosting. So the frosting is gonna be the glue to everything. It's what's gonna keep it together. So we're gonna open this frosting. It is new, but girl power. Boom, taking it off. Easy stuff, easy stuff. And then we're gonna open the aluminum top. Perfect. So like I said, guys, there's different flavors of frosting for everything, and you guys are more than welcome to choose whatever you want. Once again, it's gonna be the part that puts the cake together. And for the sake of this, I am going to go with the measurements of, for every little cake that I use, 1.5 spoons of frosting. So if I used 1 cake, then of course we are gonna use 1.5 spoons of frosting. So I'm gonna scoop up my frosting there. Oh, that looks awesome. Gonna scoop it up. Let's get the 1 spoon. Make sure we get all of that off. I'm gonna go ahead and use my other spoon to make sure all of that frosting is on that cake right there. Perfect. And then that other 1/2 spoon. Awesome. And since some of it stuck to the spoon, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more just to make up for that last frosting. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna mix it from now on. So it's looking like I have that texture that I'm going for, which is kind of like it sticks together. The crumbs of cake are able to stick together, but it's not too sticky to the point where they fully stick onto the bowl or my hands. And that's the perfect texture that you'd want it at. So since mine is already at that, I think I can go ahead and move on to the next phase. So the next phase is making the actual round shape of the cake pops. And for this, I'm gonna try something new that I actually haven't seen online, but I'm gonna try to make some hearts just because I love heart shapes too. I know I said I love stars, but I can love both. So I'm loving both, the hearts and the stars. All right, so let's get our bowl over here, and then we're gonna get our little cake, just a little bit, and then we'll just keep rolling it until it's a little ball. And then here it is. Perfect cake pop. And it smells delicious, guys. Make sure you don't eat it yet, okay? Hold on, I know it tastes and it smells. I know, guys, believe me, I am holding temptation not to eat it, but hey, if I'm strong to do it, you guys are too. So, awesome. We're just gonna keep doing our little balls, and I'm actually gonna try my heart-shaped now. All right, little balls, squeeze, squeeze, and then round, and then let's see. Let's see if we can get that heart shape in there. All right, I think it's working out. Perfect. I think that's as perfect as I can get it, guys. All right, so I hope you guys are able to try out some weird shapes. If you guys can, you're more than welcome to. Show me what you got. Show me all of your creativity. I'd love to see it. I'd actually love to see somebody try out a star. I am a little bit scared to try out that star, but like I said, I know there's some girls out there that are way more creative than I am, and I am super excited to see what you guys have come up with. I'm good for that next step. Perfect. So now we are going to use anything, you guys can use anything that will help the popsicles stay up. We're gonna use this, what is it called? This green thing that is usually for flowers that you put on. That's where I've seen it. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but it's basically the one where you can poke. So we're gonna get our sticks, our treat sticks, and we're gonna dip them in chocolate. We're gonna do a little swirl, and then that's good enough, just so that the tip gets a little bit of chocolate, and then we're gonna poke our cake ball. Oh, that looks awesome. Look at that, guys. That is perfect. And after that, we're gonna put it in here carefully so that that cake pop doesn't come down or doesn't get destroyed or anything. See how that little circle is holding up? That is the perfect consistency to get our cake to, so that it does not come apart. If you guys' cake pops are coming apart, there's no problem. There's no need to cry. You guys can just add more frosting, put it back on that plate, and then you guys can redo it. Like I said, there's room for mistakes and there's room for improvement of those mistakes, so there's no problem, girlies. Whoop, that's completely fine. We're not gonna use that one actually no more because we don't know how dirty that floor is, and we wanna keep it safe so that our family can enjoy it and you can enjoy it as well. All right, we're gonna keep doing this until we fill this up. Awesome, so here's our final cake pop. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put these cake pops in the refrigerator so that the chocolate cools down a little bit, so that that cake pop is still on that stick, really safe, really good. And then we are going to wait 5 minutes for that chocolate to harden so that we can move on to our next step.
5 minutes later.
I think our chocolate is ready. I think our chocolate is soft and good to go. Let's see. Awesome. Yeah, so let's try this out one more time. And we said this popsicle right here. All right, let's name it before anything happens. I think maybe, let's see, thinker hat always helps in these situations. Okay, thinker hat, tell me, what should we name it? Otis. This is going to be Otis. So you guys are more than welcome to name your popsicles as well. It's so much fun. It always helps. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna use that spoon over here so that it's lighter on our chocolate. We're gonna cover it up Okay. And we're gonna try to cover it up as much as we can. And I, of course, want you guys to be patient with this, but do remember that the chocolate does harden pretty fast. So it looks as if my chocolate hardened really fast. And here is our first one. All right, well, he actually came out a lot better. So let's see. On to the next one. Oh, I think we're gonna have to put that chocolate in the microwave one more time because I did take a while, so it did harden a little bit. But it seems as if a spoon, it does make it easier for you guys to try it with a spoon, but you guys are more than welcome to try that big challenge of doing it without that spoon and then see if you guys could do it. I know there's definitely going to be some of you guys that are going to be able to, and once again, if you're not able to and you need that help from the spoon, that's okay, no problem. I needed that help from the spoon and it's coming out better each time. Awesome. I think I'm gonna go ahead and have a competition with my Mr. Producer over here to see who can decorate it better. And you know who's gonna be the judge of it? You are. So you guys can be the judge of who decorates it better, and we'll see how much time should we get to decorate.
A minute.
A minute. So you guys think a minute is fair? All right, let's go ahead and do a minute. The heart is mine, obviously. And then anything is up for grabs. You guys are more than welcome to try this out, decorating competition with your siblings, with your parents, with anybody. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fun, and I am excited because I'm gonna win. Okay, Google. Hey Google, set up the timer for a minute.
Sure, 1 minute, and we're starting now.
1 minute, go, let's go! Alright guys, so we only have a limited amount of colors, but we're gonna work with what we've got. And this is the first time that both of us have actually done these cake pops, so let's see. Let's see. This is a great activity for a lot of you guys that are really creative and crafty, just because you can eat your work afterwards, and I think that's one of my favorite things about these cake pops so far. And with this, once again, I would love to see you guys submit those pictures, those videos of the competition. I'd love to see what you guys came up with, and I would also love for you guys to be in the competition with us as well. So in the end, we can see if anybody outdid any of us, or perhaps if we outdid any of you guys. I don't know. We'll see.
1 minute is up already? All right, no more. Oh man. All right, guys. So thank you, Google. Stop. Awesome. So let's see. So
I was going for the
This is
Cookie
Luis's?
Monster. I was going for the Cookie Monster.
Luis, what is the name of your, please explain your cake pop to us and what the inspiration was behind this.
You know, I really wanted that Cookie Monster experience, you know, but then I added green. I don't remember Cookie Monster ever having green, but I thought it would look better, but it fell apart too.
And what is the name?
Cookie Monster Jr. You never made it?
Monster Jr. You never made it. Okay, guys, this is mine. I mean, it is a heart, the shape of a heart.
What's his name?
He is just a little sick right now, which is completely understandable. You know, there's a lot going on. He's really stressed. His name is Jeffrey. Jeffrey is just having a hard day today. We all have those. Completely understandable, right, Jeffrey? Oh well. So I hope you guys can be the judge of that and then tell us which one is better, A or B. I hope you guys enjoyed this activity. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Once again, if you guys want any of these cake pops to try them out professionally done, you guys can always go to Starbucks. I promise you they won't look like Jeffrey or Cookie Monster Jr. But they are super, super good. They're super awesome, and I've tried them. I love them, and I do have to say mine are pretty good too. They taste good, okay? I can assure you guys of that. And I hope you guys liked today's activity, and remember never to stop your creativity, okay, girls? You guys are my wonder girls, and I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you.